Thank you so much, people. Thank you so much, dear friends. I salute each and every one of you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. I salute you all. Um, uh, I want to also say, yesterday we have a serious technical issues that made it impossible for us to continue with the conversation yesterday. But we are here again this morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. So I'm here. We are here to continue the conversation where we stopped. For us to analyze the points that are in this video, the video you see on the screen, there are very vital points in what they are discussing, and I want us to discuss it as it concerns us in Africa. Is what these two people discussing of importance to us? The answer is yes. Is what they are discussing of importance to us? The answer is yes. But the question is, what are we doing about about it? By the time you listen to this video, I would want you to be the judge yourself and discuss on what you think in the words that are coming from both parties. We have the opposing party and we have the one that is defending the opinion. Let me not say everything. Let me play this video for you to understand what is really happening to Africans and why Africa have not risen for a very long time and why Africa will keep on being in poverty if they will not rise and do something for themselves. Let's listen to this video. You're welcome, my brother. Rest assured. You're welcome. Let's listen to this video.
No matter which UN or the new BRICS, it will not happen.
And who are you to make such statement?
But we know that now. Like, it doesn't matter which UN BRICS you join, it will not happen. It's just a charade.
Let me tell you something. Some countries in Africa currently have full control over their resources.
Like
Burkina Faso. After they expelled the French, they are currently building a refinery to refine gold.
Okay.
The revenue from those golds belongs to the Burkina Faso people.
And why didn't they do this before? What took them so long to start this?
People, I want to say something on the short video so far, even though it have not finished, but the network is still disturbing it. Let me say something on the little one that you have heard. You have seen that the bone of contention why Africa has been kept impoverished for decades. The bone of contention has been who is going to be in charge of the mineral resources in Africa. We are not talking about the mineral resources in the West, or the one in the UK, or in the Asia countries. What they are discussing here is those that are going to be in charge, and those that are being in charge of the mineral resources in Africa. And the lady there that is from the West is saying, talking to the African brother and asking him, what makes you think that some African nations that are joining or building a new BRICS that will help them have control of their resources? What makes them think that they will ever? I want you to underline the words. What makes African think that they will ever have control over their resources? And the young man there was answering her and said that some countries now have risen up to take control of their resources. And she asked, how? And why have they not done it for all this time, all this while? Why haven't they do it? That is a big question that me and you will answer. We learned through the history that it's not millions of Caucasians, millions of West that came. It's not millions of soldiers during those colonial days. That number of people, 10, 15 people will come here. Some people in chain. Just 10 Westerners for slavery. And this notion has gone into them. This narrative has been the order of the day. And they now think in their heart that if 10% can churn 1 million, technology and everything. Naive. Serving the interests of the imperialist. And that is why many of them are now advancing and coming back for the second time to colonize you, seeing that there is nothing left in your brain, that you cannot do anything for yourself. The puzzle that this young girl, she can see, that is the, she said, how are you going now in this new modern technology, how are you going to free yourselves from this slavery? And the young man used the Burkina Faso as an example. And I want to also remind this young man that Biafrans are this as well, because it's the Biafrans that Biafrans also, through the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, has coming to Biafra land. You take our mineral resources, you take everything, and you go and weaponize. And this is going to continue. The Burkina Faso now have control of their minerals, and they are now refining gold. Before now, there's no refinery here. Not the one that refines crude, not the one that refines gold, not the ones that refine our not been anything functional in Africa. And that is what I give this young lady the notion that if Africa by this time is still very down, that they can never rise again. But that is where she got it wrong. Because one thing that have been proven to be constant is change. That people that are down today can be up tomorrow. And that is what the Africans has come to do. That we have been down for a very long time and we have come to be up.
Have full control of their resources. Never. That there's no way.
She said that there's no way. She've analyzed the whole thing and said there is no way we can ever have control of our resources. He've analyzed it in human reasoning, the way the blacks reason, they fight themselves whenever they are.
No matter which UN or the new BRICS, it will not happen.
And who are you to make such statement?
We know that now. Like, it doesn't matter which UN you join, the new BRICS you join, it will not happen. It's just a charade.
Let me tell you something. Some countries in Africa currently have full control over their resources.
This is very pathetic. It doesn't matter the BRICS you join. So all these things that they're telling you. So now you will get to understand more about all this union. They tell you AU, they tell you this one, they tell you ECOWAS. That all these things are just charade.
Like
Burkina Faso. They are currently building a refinery. New from those golds belongs to the Burkina Faso people.
Before, what took them so long to start this refinery?
Because of the sabotage. You guys.
What took them so long? That's a very big question. What took Africa so long to wake up to the occasion, to tell their visitors that we are the landowners, that we are the owners of this land, that this is our ancestral land, that whatever that is beneath this place is we are the ones that will choose who to give and who not to give. That is the puzzle this lady wants to unravel. What have kept Africa so long from waking up? That is what I can. If you begin to imagine this, it will make you go crazy. It will make you go mad. You
keep
will
sabotaging
ask,
our efforts, to break free.
And now all of a sudden,
the young man told her, that is your people, the West, have kept sabotaging our efforts to break free. And you will hear the reply, the response the lady is going to give. She will respond by saying, and you think now that you now have what it takes to break free. That you think now, you now have what it takes to break free. That is the question that you as an African, that is the question that you as a Biafran, that is the question as you as Ambazonia, that is the question as you as Ududua, that is the question you as Niger, Burkina Faso, all these countries that are now waking up. This is a big question that we all have to answer collectively. Do you now have what it takes to stand? Because those that have kept you down for a very long time cannot just let you go just like that. Because with the voice of
do
this
you
lady
think
now,
that this plan will work?
We are doing it now.
Yeah, but what took you so long to do this? way. What makes you think you will have full control now?
When you expel a dictator,
Sorry, Biafrans, the net kicking us out, but we have to continue. He was asking her, still asking, what makes you think now that you can rise and do the needful? So, people, as we will still try to see if we can finish, there's something I want to bring from that audio or video of this young lady. That the Africans, not until we stand up on our feet, Lord, just like the Biafrans has done, Burkina Faso has done, Niger has done, and the many other countries that are joining suit. Not until then, we cannot really do something for ourselves.
Have full control of their resources.
Not until then, we cannot really do something for ourselves. If we continue in this shenanigan of, oh, let's wait for the West. Have you consulted this person? Have you consulted this person? You will never do anything for yourself. If you still remain on that particular notion, oh, have you consulted this one? Have you consulted this one? You will never do anything to profit you. Because everything is all about interest. And the West is defending their interest against the interests of the collective Africans. And we as Africans, we collectively speak in one voice that what we want is our total freedom. When you say you have independence, it beats my imagination when many African countries, they will celebrate independence. When your economy is being controlled by another nation, when some other nations are controlling your mineral resources, automatically your economy is being controlled. You're not dependent, you are independent. You are independent, you are dependent, you are not independent. You are depending on those nations to tell you when to make use of your mineral. You are depending on them to tell you when they proceed from the minerals that have been taken from your land, when they will give you a crumb that will fall out from the table. And these and many more are the things that we must have to look into and say, we have to seek this freedom. We must have to seek this freedom. It doesn't matter what it takes. Today, Biafrans are engaging their counterparts, those people that are sworn oaths that they will make sure that they are crushed. We are facing them diplomatically and with diplomatic moves of the Biafrans and with civil disobedience. All these things that are enshrined in the law that people can apply to be free, we are applying them today to make sure we break forth and have full control of our destiny, like it has been sworn and oath by the caliphate that we never have control of our destiny. I can't hear you, Rest, I can't hear you. Rest assured, I can't hear you. Let me see if it's from my end. Can you speak again? Let me see if I can hear you. Can you speak now? Let me see if I can hear you. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. Maybe you go out come in again. Let's see if we can hear you. Zeddy Frank, greetings to my brother from here, from the Holy Land. I greet you too, as you greet Biafrans. Please, as you come in, do well to share the program. Do well to share the program so that we have more audience. Let's look into this. This thing, don't say, oh, it doesn't concern you. It concerns you. So long as you are Africa, this is your economy that is being discussed here. Is your economy that this lady is telling you can never have full control of. And she knows what he's saying. When she said it, she's not saying it on the background, on the basis of a fantasy or the basis of, she knows what he's saying. Because for decades, you have been under control. You have been under control. You've been under control. And that is why she's making the assertions that she's making. But it's not left for you that they are saying all these things to. What do you make of it? What do you want to make out of it? Are you going to remain like this, or will you stand up and you'll fight to liberate yourself from the imperialist? Rest, can you speak now? Can you hear me now? Are you in? Rest assured, can you hear me now? Rest assured, I don't know. Your network is okay from my end, but I don't know why you're not hearing me. Let's continue with this video as we wait to see if Rest Assured will come up with his mic. Check from your side to know if you muted yourself. Check your side to know if you muted yourself.
Never. That there's no way. No matter which UN or the new BRICS, it will not happen.
And who are you to make such statement?
But we know that now. Like, it doesn't matter which UN you join, the new BRICS you join, it will not happen. It's just a charade.
Let me tell you something. Some countries in Africa currently have full control over their resources.
Like
Burkina Faso. After they expelled the French, they are currently building a refinery to refine gold.
okay.
The revenue from those golds belongs to the Burkina Faso people.
And why didn't they do this before? What took them so long to start this
Because
refinery?
of the sabotage. You guys keep sabotaging our efforts, to break free.
And now all of a sudden you think that this plan will work?
We are doing it now.
Yeah, but what took you so long to do this?
Your people, you guys have sabotaged us for donkey years.
Sabotaged in what way? What makes you think you will have full control now?
When you expel a dictator, an oppressor, automatically you gain full control of your household.
Okay, and what makes you think that history won't repeat itself their way again?
They will try, but we won't let them.
But what changed?
Civilization. advancement. Guns, we have guns too. You have bombs, we have bombs too.
So you're telling me
You have nuclear weapons. We have nuclear weapons too.
So
That's the difference.
Africa will never have full control.
I hope you get the point now. That when this lady say Africa will never have full control of your resources, there is something that is giving her that notion. She said, I want you to take cognizance of this. She said, what makes you think that history will not repeat itself? Because Africans have tried over time to see if they can have full control of their resources, but the West has sabotaged it by instigating wars and different type of wars in our land to make sure that that did not happen. And that is the question that this lady is asking. And what makes you think that history will not repeat itself? What is that history? The suppression of the West and their manipulations. Because they now have their stooges all over the place. They are enablers all over the place. More than you have them during those colonial eras. These those colonial eras, we are just few individuals, few chiefs and all that. They will use them to keep over millions in chain. But now that you now have them, they now build unions, and they are the one in charge of those unions. That is what that is giving this lady that particular notion. That she kept asking this question. What makes you think that what you could not do all these years, that you can do it now? But that is to instigate fear. This is what they have used to instigate fear in your leaders, in our leaders, and so many other people. Telling them that for the very fact that many generations has come and go, and they were unable to lift Africa or to pull Africa out of poverty. So therefore, that is it, that nobody else can ever do it. Just like they said in Biafra issue, that so long as Biafra has fought a genocidal war and they declared no victor, no vanquish, so therefore nobody can ever restore Biafra again. If Ojukwu generation failed, 1967, 1970. But what they did not know is that what is constant is change. As the world is advancing, Elohim, the creator of heaven and earth, is bringing those that will fit in to the advancement of the world that we are in. And those generations are here today to call a spade a spade. And that is why the Biafrans will answer the question of this young lady and answer the question of all those that think and reason like her. But you as an African, what are you doing to make sure that these answers are sent to the appropriate quarters? The only way to answer this question is to support those that are already doing everything to make sure that we restore our nations organically. That everything that will be happening in Africa will be organic, we grow organically. System of government organically, system of traditional rulers organically, and everything that will be happening in Africa will be organic. It will emanate from the Africans. It will be an economy that will be managed by Africans. It will be a government that will be managed by Africans. It will be a government of the people, of Africans, and by the Africans. Not the government of Africa, but protects the interests of the West. Not the government of the West in Africa, but the government of Africa in. That is what the Biafrans are bringing on board. And that is what you must support. That is why today Biafrans are conducting their self-referendum. If you look at the screen, you will see the self-referendum is going on. The e-voting is ongoing. The question you ask yourself, which way are you participating? Or are you directly or indirectly enabling those that are asking this type of question, that have sworn that you will never have full control of your resources, to continue with the menace they are making in Africa? Which part do you belong to? Are you part of those that are fighting that our generation will liberate Africa from this quagmire? Or are you those that are joining the enablers to make sure that Western imperialism continue in Africa? Which part do you belong to? This lady asked us, how do you think that history will not repeat itself? But I want to assure her that history will never repeat itself, because the generation that are here now is far different than whatever she can ever imagine, the generation that you have met here before. So my brother, Rest, you're on the studio. What is your input? What do you have to say on the video that you just listened to? Let's hear your own input, your own side of the story. Let's hear what you have to say. Rest, are you there? Can Rest hear me? It's like the network is really dealing with my brother Rest. Rest, can you hear me? Send me a text message on the comment section. Let me hear. Let me know if you're hearing me at all. Okay, as we wait for our brother Rest, I don't know, maybe the network is really dealing with him. As we wait for him, we must have to continue. But as you come in, share this program. Share it to your platforms and share it, comment, and click on the notification bell, subscribe. Click on the notification bell, so whenever we come up live, you will join us. Like I promised us, we will always come here, morning and night, to bring it to your doorstep as it is happening. But we are here to be discussing about Africa. We are here to discuss about Biafra. We are here to discuss about what is happening to us collectively. What do you have to say on this video? What is your own input? We are being asked and we are being told that we can never have control of our minerals. They did not see anybody in Africa that can do that, but the Biafrans are doing it. And the people that he used as an example, our brother that was in the studio with him, the Burkina Faso people, they are doing it. And many other people that will rise from Africa to join the forces that will liberate Africa from this particular quagmire that we are in. Hunger strike everywhere. Why you have all this agitation and all these things in Africa, that Africa become the sufferhead of the world? It's not as a result that Africa is poor. It's not as a result that Africa don't have anything to offer. It's not as a result that Africa don't have people that are technical in nature. It's not that Africa don't have anything to bring on the table. It's not as a result that you cannot do anything to help yourself. It's as a result there are some persons that have been so foolish that is in the helm of affairs and have sworn an oath to subscribe to the imperialism of the West. That is to keep you down. So long as they themselves are benefiting, you will remain down. There's no problem about it. Once they are benefiting, you can be down. It is okay. It is okay that they are rich, they live in affluence, they live a luxurious life, but millions of people are wallowing in abject poverty. That is what the Biafrans has come to eradicate. That is what the Biafrans has come to salvage the Biafran people from, because we got to start somewhere. Just like the Burkina Fasos are doing their own, and I salute the young man and the people that are helping him to push for Africa freedom. All we are asking for is our freedom to develop in our own pace. We have different cultures, we have different view to life. The way we reason and the way we analyze and articulate things is not the way the West do. We have some values to some certain things that the West don't even regard as anything. So as such, we cannot continue to drive home the narrative of the West and lord it over our people when the thing is not aligning with the view of Africa on its people. We cannot. And that is why the Biafrans will keep on doing everything that will bring freedom to them. And that is what the Prime Minister is doing today. And that is what Master Simon Ekpa is doing today, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Israel. And that is what our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, today, as a matter of fact, is sit at home. Everywhere in Biafra territory is under lock and key, demanding for one thing and one thing alone. And that thing is the freedom of our people and the freedom of a man that was kidnapped from Kenya to Nigeria. Kidnap and extraordinary rendition. All these things are the reason why this lady is asking this question. Because if Africa and their leaders will ever mark my words, will ever work for the freedom of Africa, and those people you have as your leaders today, that you find in the AU, you find in ECOWAS, you find in all these places, if they will ever work for the freedom of the people, what happened to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't have happened to him. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, if there's any other place that he would have been safe, not in the West, it would have been in Africa. That as he's agitating, if you want to seek asylum or if you want to seek refuge in anywhere, it would have been in one of the African countries. But Africans are running from the soil, from their motherland, running to a place, running to a strange land, seeking refuge there. That is the funniest and the most to Africans. And this is what we are here to correct. Brother, Define Biafra, you're welcome. Define Biafra, good morning from here.
Good morning. Yes, I can hear you, Jaja God.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. We are discussing on a particular video. I will play it to see if the network will allow it to play again. For you to listen and hear what a lady is saying about Africans. He said that Africa can never rise to have control over their resources. And he's making a very strong assertion about that. That she's very sure of what he's saying. That it had been for a decade and Africa has not been able to rise to the occasion to defend their own right, to take care of their own people, to lift Africans from poverty, but they keep on allowing the West to be the ones deciding who takes what in Africa, even African people, who takes what and when it will be taken. And he said she come to a conclusion that Africa can never rise to the occasion to defend themselves or to take control of their mineral resources. And the young man there was telling him that Africa have risen already. Use Burkina Faso as an example. That Burkina Faso is now refining their own gold. Just like very soon Biafrans will begin to refine their own oil. Biafrans will begin to refine everything that is in our land. Biafrans will begin to industrialize Biafra land and attract the investment, foreign investors to come to our land. Not us going to them to beg them. Not us giving them our raw materials in return. They will give the money to our enemies to come and kill us. So this lady was very strong in his assertion. And he was asking, how did this young man that is saying that Burkina Faso have risen and many other people that are risen, how sure is he that history will not repeat itself
Hello? Can you hear me?
To the occasion, to defend themselves, to control their minerals, to control their life, to define what they want to do with their life. So, my brothers, I see Osoka. Osoka, you're welcome. And rest, I don't know why they keep kicking you off. Defy Biafra, are you still there? Can you hear me?
I am here live and direct. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. So I don't know
Thank you.
what you have to say from. Let me see if I can bring that video back. But if
Okay.
there's anything you understand by that, please, we want opinions of many people. What will Africa do to liberate themselves from the imperialism of the West?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay. We have been colonized and
Control of their resources.
our ideology has been sold out. I'm talking about other regions. They tend not to believe in themselves. And there is something Mazi Nnamdi Kanu taught us. He taught us how to reason. He liberated our mindset. He taught us how to think as a human. We were never taught the right way in Africa. And as I'm talking to you, Mazi, we have risen up. We were not just we did not just come this far to know how to beat around the bush. We have come this far to know how to liberate ourselves. And these are the steps we are taking. We are taking the bull by the horn. That was why our Prime Minister said we are looking at the rising sun. Many people were taught how to speak English. Many people thought they were educated, but their education fetched them nothing. This our present Biafra and our heroes that have passed by, that have lived on today, they fought this fight, and we are picking up this correction. She may be saying based on the wrong way she was taught, which can make him right or wrong. We have to be careful with what we believe. As I'm talking to you, we know what is happening in Africa. Africa has risen up. Africa has come to know the truth. Like Bible will say, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, not set you free. People keep getting that wrong. It's make you free. Because already we have been set free by Christ Jesus. Now this truth is making us free in those limitations, those lesser ideologies we are having. Like someone will rightly say, we are not copying how others got their liberation. We are only using that as a reference to what we are going to do. Because in life, when you are doing whatsoever you are doing, you have to point at somewhere. That is the reason why we have a common law. As I'm talking to you, we have crossed the Rubicon and we are the beacon of light. Biafra is setting the pace. Nigeria, known as the zoological country, terrorist government. They think they have the money. They think they can suppress the independent ones. And we have risen up at this time. We have started taking them down. And trust me, they can never test our resolve. Because as I'm talking to you, I know one thing for sure. That the corruption that have been happening in that country have sunk so many people with their ideology. That is the reason why I don't come here to look at what people are thinking about me. I don't come here to think about what they are saying about what we are doing. But one thing I know is We are getting our freedom. Trust me, Mazi, we are getting our freedom. We can't come this far to fail. And when we get our freedom, it will become an eye opener for many people who have their limitation with their reasoning. And I'll be stopping here. I hope I made myself clear. Thank you so much. Mazi, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Hello, is anyone here?